Man, we are back. This is Man Fan Podcast, and we've got our boy back, Sir Mr. The God. How you
What's up?
been?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Been good. Been good, man. I'm sorry to miss out on you people, man. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but hey, one better time to come than right now, baby.
Right,
It's the
we
Bears
in
are
the
doing their
playoff.
thing, baby. Bed down, bed down. You know what I'm saying? Life
Yeah,
is going
down.
on, and the Bears is going on too. So we going strong. That's how we gonna do it, baby. Bed down.
Yeah. It's Man Fans always with, do hit the like button, subscribe with service to the God, and E Money, the prayers.
Prayers,
He ain't
what's up?
here this
What's
month,
love,
but he
bro?
will next
What's up?
month. You know.
Real talk.
Um, Yeah, we Chicago Bear fan, and before I get into it, we should be proud of that moment because
Yeah.
last year we was not here.
Nope. Nope. We weren't. We weren't.
Mm.
We weren't here, man. Last year, I mean, we were struggling. We was going through a lot of things. We were trying to figure things out. We our team was in disarray pretty much. We didn't have a good leader and a head coach. Caleb just coming aboard. He was dealing with the remnants of the things that Justin Field had to deal with. With not having an offensive line. So they did Justin wrong, man. They did Justin wrong. But anyhow, that was
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
those rules. But
we better this year though. You
man, they
know,
did. You know what? But they did the right thing. Ryan Poles did the right thing by building around Caleb. Putting the right pieces around him, putting him in good position. What I'm saying, he tried to get Eberflus an opportunity to get things right with Caleb, trying to get him on the right page. Found
that was the
out
wrong move.
that was the wrong move.
That
you know
was
what
the
I'm saying?
wrong
That
move.
was the
As a Chicago
wrong
Bear fan, you can
move.
agree to that, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
that hey, that experiment did not work.
at all.
That was an experiment gone wrong.
Going terribly wrong. Going terribly wrong, and then that has showed his ugly face, unfortunately, but fortunately it realized that we needed, a true leader to lead. And Caleb needs someone that's going to be there to help develop him and move him in the right direction. And luckily for us, we found Ben Johnson, who so
Right.
happens to, get off the Lions at the right time. So it was the right time, the right opportunity, and it all worked out for the Bears, baby. And here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
A
yeah,
whole
man, we
season
back.
later.
Yeah, I gotta ask the question.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
eh,
Yes, sir. I'm taking my glasses out first. You can I
yeah,
can really
yeah,
see
yeah.
what's going on with
Um,
these questions you
and
got.
before we get into, there's a lot of questions. But what you think about the Bears season overall this year?
What I think about it overall, I believe that the Bears have proven to be a very I would say a team that's very not just promising, but I believe so. Where we have arrived, and they have accomplished so much. Seeing the growth of Caleb Williams, seeing the connection that he's having with the receivers, with the tight ends, just seeing how Ben Johnson and Caleb come together like the dynamic duo, and at the same time, just all the adversity that the team was faced with throughout this season, has actually propelled them, to where they are right now. And that's why I would say that the fact that they went through a lot of stuff throughout this season, uh, not just battling through injuries like most of the NFL, but
Right.
also dealing with winning at the last minute, dealing with all the adversity coming down from about the from a deficit and then prevailing through that and coming out on top and victorious, has
Yeah,
proven to be a, a, a normalcy for the Bears. So
yeah,
that's
it
what I
should
call the
be
Caddyshack.
normal. You
I'm
know,
sorry. You said
and
what
I
now?
like it. I said that what happened. Like it becoming normal for us. Like we know how to win now.
We learn how to not just win, but battle through adversity. And
Right.
something like that builds character. Knowing how to battle through adversity, coming from a deficit to become victorious at the end, ultimately has built the character specifically for Caleb Williams and the team as a whole. But Caleb, I have noticed that he has developed
Yeah.
greatly.
Oh
Just
yeah.
within a
In fact,
season.
yeah, that's that. I've been getting the next question. I've been to ask you what you think about Caleb this season from last season. I'm gonna
But
do a comparative from last season this season. Caleb
well,
was different.
last season Caleb was a young guy coming from college. with so much promising, so much promises, so much upside, but mystery at the same time. So he came into the league. People was expecting. He had so many high hopes for him. Unfortunately, he couldn't produce like he really wanted to, like he envisioned it to do, or like others envisioned for him. But like every rookie, they need time to develop and become the player that they ultimately are uh, destined to become. With
Oh yeah,
Caleb,
for sure.
he so happens to, I would say, his graduation state uh, actually developed with the brilliancy of Ryan Poles for bringing the right pieces around him for him to develop in the right way. And I say that they definitely did a better job with him versus Justin Field. And I'm glad that they did that because Caleb has proven that his talents is you can't deny it. You
Yeah, you
can't deny
can't
his
deny it.
talent. So from here, from then to now, I mean, he has graduated greatly, and you can't
Oh
say
yeah,
there's one thing you can't say that he ain't battle tested because he has
yeah,
been proven to be battle tested, and
yeah.
that's what I've seen.
Yeah, it got to be because my I piggyback on that one, Jay. It's like day and night. You know,
Absolutely,
like last year, our coach Flutes, he was terrible, calling stuff in the clubs. He bought a bad offensive coordinator in, but Ryan put Lauren from that mistake. That and two, we didn't have no offensive line. He was running for his life. The
running for his
man got sacked 68 times. That's down there 70 times. This
the
year,
thing,
you know what I'm saying? He only got sacked 27 times. That's a
right?
big got that damn 27 time overall this year from damn near 70 times.
Man, that's so
Like the
much of a
man, look,
difference.
man, like you were telling me on phone early, like you shell shot. He out there like a shell shot, like a
Man,
soul. He
chill,
still
chill.
they
You know,
dummy.
and that's the thing that actually is a testament to how his game plays, how he plays as a
Yeah,
quarterback. So he came to the league with just like how Justin Field came to the league, with no offensive line. He didn't have the right coach, so he had to deal with all this adversity, and then you got uh, defenders coming from everywhere, just pop, pop, pop like popcorn, just popping, popping. You know what I'm saying? Like microwave popcorn, just popping up everywhere. Popping everywhere. Just hitting them here, bow, him there, boom, boom. So he had to learn how to deal with that. So he jumping out the pocket and just trying to learn how to maneuver without being in the pocket. And it seemed as though that he built his whole gameplay. Now I know he has been that type of player since college in a way, in a sense,
oh
but
yeah,
even
yeah,
more so, now. Even more so now from happened last year. I'm sure the man, yeah, he did become shell shocked because he got hit so many times. So eventually, like, hey, I don't even trust the offensive line. So I'm just
right.
gonna bust out this pocket and try to make something happen. Without these dudes ain't being, I'm gonna act like these dudes ain't even here. Because when I'm sitting in
Right,
the
right.
pocket, they seem like they ain't here. Because they just busting through and it's knocking me out. So I can't live like that. So I said, I'm going, I'm
Exactly.
running out here. I'm going out there, I'm turning around, I'm doing spins, and then I'm throwing balls. So he used that as like a coping mechanism to be, the quarterback, to be an efficient quarterback. But it's so funny because how he took his coping mechanism, know how to, battle against that particular situation and transferred that into his style of play. Like now it's
Oh
like
yeah,
he plays better like that now. You know what I'm saying? He plays better under pressure now because he's so used to doing it. Even though he had a better offensive line, it seemed like he's more effective out of the pocket than in the pocket. You know,
yeah,
and so that brings about the whole standpoint of him being an unconventional quarterback versus being a conventional quarterback, because
yeah.
most of the good conventional quarterbacks are in the pocket, doing them 10 yarders, 5, 6
Oh
yarders. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Passes.
Cause
Caleb,
cause like you said, he's throwing them 10 yard and them 5 yard now. Like his confidence grew from
yeah,
better coaching. And
better
that's the
coach.
next question I ask you. What you think about Ben Johnson this year, our coach?
I think Ben Johnson has proven to be the leader that we need. I'm gonna tell you why, because Ben Johnson, he represents Chicago. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, when I think about this is Chicago, that's Ben
yeah,
Johnson. Why? Because the fact that he's not afraid of taking a chance.
right.
Chicago, as a Chicago true Chicagoan, we deal with adversity in our lives every day. You know what I'm saying?
Every
So being able to go out there and deal with the elements, you know what I'm saying, the bipolar weather, you know what I'm saying, the craziness of our city in general, you know what I'm saying, the craziness of our
yeah,
politicians, you know what I'm saying, the streets, you know, all this stuff as you go in Chicago, you know, taxes, you know,
taxes,
all this, man,
everything.
all this stuff that's going on in Chicago, man, that we deal with every day. We
Yeah,
still love our city and we die hearts for our city and
we
we learn
died
how to
for
deal. And
Chicago, baby. It's
we
Chicago.
in Chicago, man. You know, so we deal with that, and what I'm bringing up how that relates with Ben Johnson is we're not afraid to take the chance. We already know what we up against, so we go out there and take the chance, and that's what Ben Johnson has proven to be as a leader, showing to go out there and deal with adversities, no matter when the chips are up against you. When you know what I'm saying, when your back is against the wall, you know, you give it all. You just give it. Hey, we going all out. Forget
Oh
that. We
yeah,
still going. We
because
going. We going on fourth down. That's what we gonna do. You
like
know what I'm
me,
saying? We going for it. You
yeah,
know,
we going for like Ben Johnson was like
and
this.
that's a true leader.
Before
That's a
he
bold
go
leader.
for fourth down, and to me, that's get my take on Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is an offensive genius. Like we knew
Yeah,
that how he turned Detroit around. He had Jeff Goff looking like an MVP. Jeff Goff okay, but he ain't no cold quarterback. But guess what? With the Ben Johnson man, it made it look like damn, Jeff Goff look like MVP. And that's what he
right.
did. That's why he chose Caleb because he saw the talent. He didn't know he
Exactly.
had to mold it. And see, Ben Johnson, like he's like a year two, Caleb gonna be different because Ben gonna trust him more with the play caller, you know, so he ain't gotta run so much of the offense. But I think Ben Johnson, like you said, he the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
took his shirt off and everything. Like he a leader. He represents Chicago. Like you see what he did with the Packer. What he say? Fuck them Packer. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Yeah.
up. I hate Matt LaFleur. You saw how he shook his hand? Yeah, he gave him a look. All right, man. He look his face. You know how you look at I'm looking at you like head shake, like right now. He like, all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
man. All right, man.
Nah. Yeah. Right. See,
Like,
hey. He.
get the look. Hey,
Ben
hey,
Johnson.
hey.
He
He hit
out
him.
there.
Look. Hey, Jay. He hit him. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Go on, man. Go on, man.
Hey, that's hilarious, man. But you know, Ben Johnson actually, yeah, he want the smoke, he want all the smoke, and he want the
Yeah,
fire that comes with it. You know what I'm
yeah. He
saying?
want all the
He want
smoke.
the fire that started the smoke. So you want all that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
want
But
all
so
of
we got that's what I like about Ben Johnson. He's not afraid of it. He knows what we up against. You know what I'm saying? He was talking mess before we even played Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? That's a G. I'm sorry. That was just that's gangster right there. If I could talk mess before I get in the boxing ring with you. You know what I'm saying? That's like Muhammad Ali. You too ugly to be the champ. You too, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming
it.
in, I'm knocking you out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk mess after I knock you out. I'm gonna talk mess about knock you out and then knock you out. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what Chicago represents. You know what I'm saying? He that hard nosed look. We gonna go blow for blow, and I'm gonna come right at your head, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't no friends on this field. That's what it is. That's hey, ain't no friends, homie. Ain't
And
no
he let
friends.
them
Because guess
know.
what?
And this
We
what
weren't friends when you were stumping
he
our
really
face
get
into
it.
the ground.
Yeah,
You know
hey
what I'm
man,
saying?
hey
So I'm
man,
returning fire. You know what I'm saying?
like Stephen A. tried to be soft about like he got so better respect and that kind of weak bound. You know,
Yeah,
Stephen
I
A.
ain't trying to hit Stephen A. Stephen A. Wishy-washy with it because on the flip side, Stephen A. Somebody he likes the rivalry. He likes that.
Right.
He likes it. Somebody, you guys show respect. Yeah, he showed respect, all right. He showed respect. He showed respect by putting your face in the ground because you put my face in the ground.
That's
That's
what
respectable
Chicago.
enough.
See,
You
he
know what I'm saying?
represents what Chicago represents. He
That's how
made
we
for
show our
Chicago.
respect.
He just trying to be political correct. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Politically correct. Like you ain't
Why?
like him.
Well,
See,
you were stumping us
this
all
what
these years. You were
this
stumping us
what
all these years. You know
you
what
want the
I'm saying? You
rival
took
or you want to be nice. What one you want? Choose one. You can't
choose
have both.
one or the other. Which one you want? Because first of all, NFL. I mean, NFL football is just a brutal. Football is just a brutal sport anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, when you got rivalries like that, that's been stemmed back in the years for years and years, and we
Years.
was always the ones that's getting our lunch monies taken from us all these years. Meaning, tell me,
Yeah.
when we rise up and actually take the money from the bully, and you want us to sit here and apologize for taking the money from the bully who been taking our money, our lunch money for all these years?
Man,
Keep rock.
the pack have been on our hey man.
This
The pack have
Chicago,
been throwing
homie.
our ass all hey
You
Jay,
know what I'm saying?
I'm
What's
gonna say
up,
it like this, right? The pack have been throwing in our ass for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
man? That's what
Just
I'm
like
saying.
that.
For so many years,
So
so I feel like, it's about time for us to return the favor. You know what I'm saying? Let them feel it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to feel it all the time? Why we always got to be the one on the losing end all the time? How about we win sometimes? How about let's
Right,
do that? And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? And I
right.
want to continue on with that path of winning. You know what I'm
But
saying? And
see,
that's what I like
he
about Ben
didn't like
Johnson. He
Matt
represents
before
winning.
when he was in Detroit. When he was playing with Detroit as an offensive coordinator, he didn't like Matt LaFleur then.
Yeah, it seems
So
like they had a
he didn't like him in
disrespect,
Detroit.
right?
So he don't like him now. And I like that he keep it real. Like I ain't trying to change up now. I'm the coach. I don't
Right.
like you. I don't like you.
And then they ask him, you know what I'm saying? Hey, afterwards, after all the dust is settled and everything, so what you think about what you did? And I said, hey, I don't like the guy. That's what I think. I don't like Green Bay.
Right.
That's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That,
Ain't nothing
exactly.
changed. They thought he was gonna change it. They thought he gonna flip up like the dust settled. Say, okay, the game over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got everything settled down. Now, do you really not like? Yes, I don't like him. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Oh,
I
oh,
do
oh, you
not
thought
like
I was
him.
joking. You thought I was joking. Look.
You thought I was joking.
Yeah, you thought I was
You
joking.
thought that was just for the cameras, didn't you?
Right.
No, this is what it is. Only this is what we doing. So I like that. You know what
Like
I'm
your
saying? I
boy,
like that.
like your greater, like Pop said, like your boy Pop, kill all my enemies.
Yeah, hey, when we ride on our enemies,
You
this
right
is
on my
what it sounds
enemies.
like. When we ride on our enemies, that's what it sounds like, baby. Bear down. When we ride on our
Yeah,
enemies.
now that would be. Hey
That's
man,
how I love it,
hey
man. So I think that represents Chicago. I always wanted a coach like that. They ain't afraid to take on a challenge. That's not afraid to face up to our oppositions, you know, and being able to take them down when it's time to, you know. Now, yeah, our back was against the wall. Yeah, we was playing with the, from the underground. We was coming from up under with it, you know. We was in a deficit with losses and stuff like that. But guess what? It's a new regime now. You know what I'm saying? It's a new thing. We got a new quarterback. You know, our quarterback revived. You know, you can see he's revived. I mean, they ain't call him Iceman for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Cardiac killer for nothing. You know, so the
And
boy is
I
playing
feel
under
like
pressure, and he's
what's the
prevailing
playoff
under pressure. He's prevailing
performance
under pressure. That's different.
playoff question, the last question on K the fourth quarter award, like that fourth quarter comeback in them. What you think about the Iceman, the
I
fourth
think
quarter?
I think about the Iceman in the fourth quarter is like it's hell to pay for these people. It's hell to pay for the opposition. Because when that boy back is against the wall, he's like Rocky. All right, like Rocky in the movies. Rocky when he's getting beat up, boom, boom, just getting knocked out. From Drago just beating him, boom, boom, knock him out, boom. And this, he just come out with just a spirit of power that's come from nowhere, like boom, it's a boom, like, boom, and then uppercut, pow, and knock him out, you know. Dun, 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 dun. That's Caleb. Caleb has become a Rocky in his
Right.
storyline this season, knocking out the Giants, knocking out the oppositions, the ones who was pinned against him, actually ones who has more of a chance to beat him based on the statistic, whatever, and. And he's proving them all wrong, and that's what I love about him. All these people, all these announcers, these commentators talking about he's not ready, he's not this, he's not that. You can't do this, you can't keep this up and everything. The man got seven straight games in a row. I mean, not seven straight games, but seven wins under 2 minutes.
Come back.
You know what I'm saying? But and 2 minutes coming from behind. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's that
The
hater
most in
talk.
the NFL.
How we still look? We the underdog now again.
We
Hell,
underdog. We still the
man,
underdog.
we
They still
always
don't
the
believe
underdog.
him. They still don't believe him. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't even
So
believe.
So see, that's what I love about this storyline, because when you see the underdog coming up and prevailing and knocking these so-called kings off their
It.
thrones, you know what I'm saying, taking the crown, then everybody looking down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a great.
Because y'all always some clowns. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a great comparative. Like you said, I think like you said, it Tatum like the Rocky of Chicago and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's rocking Chicago, man. He's coming when his back is against the ropes. He coming with the rope dope. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, baby. You know what I'm saying? Sting like a bee, baby. Fly as a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Like,
You know,
folks,
you too ugly to be the
like a
champ.
bee. Yeah. But, let's get to it, man. What you think about the playoff game? We got a rough Ram team. Like we got Matt Stafford. He's supposed to be the MVP. They got a defensive line with Verts on there. That defensive line ain't is rough, but overall, it's gonna be a rough jam team. They ain't, they beatable. They got that white boy Puka out there catching everything. What you think? we about that game?
Man, well, honestly speaking, I know I haven't been watching the Rams as much because I'm too busy watching the Bears, But based on what I know about them, they're a very formidable opponent, and they're very formidable opponents, and they're stacked. They got a great offensive team. They got some strong receivers out there. They have the MVP candidate in Stanford. Quarterback, and I know their defensive front line is solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think this is a good testament for the Bears for sure. I don't look at it like it's not a success if we don't prevail. Because a lot of people has counted us out way before we even got to this point.
Right.
They didn't even think that we was gonna make the playoffs. Actually,
They didn't think we gonna win our division this year.
they definitely didn't think we were gonna win the division. You know what I'm saying? So what I love about our chances is, I believe that by them keeping the Bears under the radar, they seeing them, but they're not really seeing the Bears. They're not really seeing the Bears for what they're capable of. I think people are so misbelief that they don't want to give the Bears the credit that they deserve. But that's fine because we love to come from behind. We love to hit them in the blind, knock them out and do it in the nick of the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Bears are doing. That's what they're doing right now. And I love to be the underdogs in this situation. I feel like our chances are high. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Rams are considered on a better team on paper, you gotta look at the elements. You gotta look at everything that comes with it. You gotta look at the fact that they're playing in Soldier Field now. They're
They
going
gonna
to
be
Soldier
cold
Field, but it's
Sunday.
gonna be freezing. Not just
Sunday.
cold, but freezing. You're talking about like what, 17 degrees, 17 below, and then with the wind chill at -8 or something like that. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy cold, crazy freezy
Say it
cold,
like this,
and these
right?
cats coming from LA. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
they come
saying?
from LA.
Where
This is
all
what
the
I
sun, all the
I
sun and the fun. You said
um
what?
what piggyback off what you think. I think basically the we could beat the Ram, but we gotta play a tight game. The defense, then the alley got to call more blitzes because we can get Matt Stafford more blitz. Like he put the press on in the second half, like in the Packer game, right? First
That's what
half,
I said.
we getting
hmm
blow the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Because
hmm
he wasn't he was man to man, too much no pressure.
That,
But when he
that's what I was
second
telling you.
half,
Remember?
when he blitz, love start getting nervous. Now
But that's what I'm
he
trying to tell you. That's what same thing I was telling you before when we had the conversation about the Bears and about them blitzing the Bears. I said the problem would happen with San Francisco. The problem would happen with the Lions. We lost only because we weren't blitzing. We weren't
yeah,
blitzing. We weren't getting to. We weren't putting pressure on these quarterbacks. See these quarterbacks like the San Francisco, Brock Purdy, and then you got the Lions quarterback, and then we also have
had
Stanford.
love,
So the thing is, yeah, we had Jordan Love and the right with the Green Bay. The problem is, when these are pocket. See, the thing is, these are pocket quarterbacks.
right?
These quarterbacks, they operate very well. They produce very well, and they pick your team apart in the pocket.
Pocket.
Pick the defense apart in the pocket. But you put their behinds out that pocket. You put the pressure on them. Now they gotta play like Caleb Williams. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? See, Caleb Williams plays very well out the pocket.
outside of the pocket.
They have to prove that they can play very well out the pocket. Jordan Love, he was all pretty in the inside of that pocket, right? He was throwing the ball, picking us apart, doing things. Soon that pressure came on him. Now he didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you're talking about Chicago fans. We crazy. So, we making all the noise, shaking the stadium. You know what I'm saying? The stadium shaking
Yeah,
all loud. They
people
don't know
really
what's
innocent.
going on. Can't hear the
Yeah.
calls being called. They get
That's how they got to delay a game.
delay of games and stuff because of it. And this is the same type of pressure that LA is faced with when they come to Chicago. They got
Yeah,
to
and that's
deal with
what I
the
got
fans. They
to say
got to deal
right
with the
here,
weather,
man.
and that
Before I get my final score, like I said, we put the pressure on Matt Stafford and make him uncomfortable in their pocket. And two, um, run a little double on Vert, make sure he get double on the line a lot, so he don't, be messing with my damn quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't like
mhm.
people messing with Caleb like that. If Verts can, he one of them like Mal Garrett type, Michael Parsons type. He can make your quarterback have a bad day. So we put two on him all the time, and we gotta we might have a double Puka zone him a little bit. So he can throw somewhere. They don't let him throw to the whiteboard. Let him go anywhere else. He can go to Deontay Adam on the other side. Old, but he's still good. But I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep going to that guy. You know what I'm saying? We got to cut one of their star receiver out. He can't
Yeah,
have both of them. He can't have
can't
both
have
of them.
both. Can't
He
have
can't have
both.
both
No, we
of them.
can't have both.
You
But I
got
tell
number
you,
one.
but going back to what we were saying, but the blitzing thing. If he blitz, if Dennis Allen would blitz early, not all that waiting and do man to
Yeah.
man, that cute stuff, that ain't gonna work. Blitz them off back. I don't care how you come from different kind of blitz. I would say primarily through the middle because that's how you get them out the pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Stafford,
saying?
they
But
good at it.
you good, you're right. So when you roll them out that pocket, make them throw the ball under duress. That's when our ball hawks out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have more of an opportunity to intercept the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we already know our defensive line. You know they
Yeah.
suffering.
Man,
They suffering, man. They ain't gonna stop nothing. And the thing is, we remember there's gonna be a lot of running going on because it's gonna be
yeah.
so cold. So both of
Yeah.
our teams gonna be running. You know what I'm saying? Now, my
Yeah.
only concern is to make sure that we put more men up there. You know what I'm saying to stop
Yeah,
that
stop
run.
that run.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Because
our front four leave a lot to be desired. That's all I got to
a
say.
lot to be desired, to say the least. You know.
Yeah.
So, and
But
I know everybody wants us to run too. We do need to run too. We need to get
yeah,
our
we gonna
guys
run.
some.
We
We got to
gotta
get our
run a
guys
little
some running in it. We got to. It's gonna be cold as hell. We got to run. We got to put them boys to work. Got to run. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb, you know, just got to work his magic when it's time to. But that defense is gonna be key.
bit. Yeah,
The defense, the rushing, that
yeah,
quarterback, they're putting pressure on the quarterback. That's gonna be key. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's gonna be key to how we win this game and that. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb, you know what I'm saying, he keep doing it to his boy Loveland. I know he love his boy, but they need to put Luther Burke back in there too, get him some
oh
more
yeah. He need to
some
spread
more
the ball
catching
around
speed.
for
But
me, and
you
then
need to
he'd be
spread it
more
around a
dangerous.
little more. You got a little more because you got Luther Burton, which is
But
crazy threat. He's a
before we get
crazy
out of
threat.
here, what's your final score on here?
Ooh. Uh I think it's gonna be kind of close, as far as scoring. It's gonna be high. I think it's gonna be a high. Well, I wouldn't say a high scoring game, but the weather could make that difficult for it to be. So maybe in the 20s. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
20,
I'm I'm gonna get my score like this. I'm
27
I'm gonna get
to
it. It's gonna be
the
like
Bears
I
gonna
say.
win by 3 points. Put it like
Yeah, I
that.
say that talk. My score is 28-31.
Yeah,
Bears winning
Bears gonna win by 3 points. You know
field
what I'm
goal.
saying?
It's gonna
That's
be
what I think.
28-31. That's what I think the score
Yeah,
gonna be.
I
And
think
I
it's gonna
think
be a tight game. I think Santos. I think he's gonna be a hero in this
yeah,
game.
he's gonna be a hero for
I
us.
think he's gonna be
And
in the
that's what I
hero.
think. As long we run the ball good and
Mhm.
Caleb get everybody involved, like you said,
Yeah,
on passes like Rome, Luther,
yeah, move the
um
ball around.
Rome still a
Yeah,
little hurt. So but he playing, he didn't look hurt. So we
yeah,
like DJ Moore, like he spread the ball around
yeah,
and
spread the
like I
ball
said,
around.
we can get Matt Stack a little uncomfortable in there. We got them. And no,
Yeah,
I'm putting this out right now. We beat the Rams.
we
Before
beating the
we get
Rams.
out of here, we beat the Rams. We going to the Super Bowl.
We beating the Rams. We
We beat
beating
the
the
Rams. We
Rams.
going to the bowl.
I don't care
I'm
what they
saying
say.
it right now. We
We
beat the
beating the
Rams. We going to the
Rams.
bowl.
We beating the Rams. We gonna beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think we gonna beat
we
the
beat the
Rams.
Rams. Guess what? Super Bowl. I'm
If the
putting it out
Bears keep believing like the way they've been believing all this time, ain't nothing gonna stop them but themselves, baby. Because guess what? You know, we got the magic already. It's just time for us to let the show begin, baby. Just let the show
there.
begin. Open up the curtains and let them see the magic show, baby. Let them see the
Yeah,
magic
man.
show. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? It was good talking to you, Sir Missy.
Yes, sir.
Bear down. We
Bear
watch the
down, baby.
game. And
Let's go.
we gonna see you next week, Sir Missy.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm
We'll get
saying?
back on
God's
here.
will. Peace
Yeah.
and love. Blessings to you all. And bear the heck
Down.
down. Yes,
Y'all know
sir.
what to do,
This
man.
Chicago, homie.
Right. 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 Thank Washington. So you know what to do. Stay humble. Let God be with you. Peace. And bear down.
Hit the
Thanks for
like
watching.
button.